Let's take a look now at how to do an update query and a delete query. We can use an update query to change the data in our tables pretty quickly. So we'll just enter criteria to specify which rows should be updated. This will provide, and you'll be provided an update to review the updated data before you perform the update. Note that the update cannot be undone. You can review which values will be changed by viewing the query in the datasheet view. All right, so let's take a look. We're going to go into Access, and we're going to run an update query on the table all risk groups. And you'll notice I actually made a couple of copies already of this table just in case things don't go so well, which is good to do when you're first practicing. So I'm going to go to Create, Query Design, and I will start with my all risk groups table. And the update that I want to make is on the field gender. And I want to tell Access that I am doing an update query. So I'm going to click Update up here. And I want to update gender to be female on all of the rows where gender is now F. All right, so I'm going to set that up in Access. And let's take a quick peek at the datasheet view. And it shows me which rows are going to be now updated. So let's go back to the design view. Okay, and let me go ahead and run the query. It's going to give me a warning that I'm about to update 135 rows, but I'm okay with that. So I'm going to say okay. And now let's go take a look at our table, and you can see that for gender, all of the values F have been updated to say female now. All right, let's go ahead and do another query, and let's update the males. So I'm going to actually close this out now because it won't run if I am have that table open. It won't run the query for me. I might run into some problems there. So let me go ahead and save this query. QRY update female. Okay. And I'm going to go in now, and I'm going to just change this now to be update to male. If I have M for the criteria, and you'll notice it automatically populates those quotation marks if I don't put them in. And I am doing an update query. Go in here, we go into the design, and it's still showing that I have an update. And let me take a peek now at the datasheet view. And now it shows me that the male rows are going to be updated. Go back to the design view. And I'm going to save this query as query update male. And okay. And let's go ahead and run it. All right, and we'll take a peek at the table. Now the all risk groups table, and you can see that now gender is showing as male and female instead of M and F. All right, now while we're in here, let's go ahead and take a look at how to do a delete query. Maybe I want to get rid of everyone who has 0 experience with employment. So months of employment is 0. Let's get rid of that group. So again, I'm going to go to Create, Query Design, and we'll stick with the table all risk groups. So I'm going to add that table, and I'm going to look at months employed as my field of interest here. And I'm going to tell Access that I'm doing a delete query. So let's go over here. Let's go to the top. Let's tell Access we're doing a delete query. And that's going to change some of these row options down here below. And I want to get rid of the rows where months employed is 0. So let's put a 0 here. Just forget all that. And let's select run and see what happens. Oop, I got a problem. This table is open. Let me shut the table, close. Yes, okay, and so here, now I'm back to my query that I was looking at, and let's go ahead and run this guy. All right, I was moving around windows and now I've lost my run option. I'm gonna go ahead and save this query. I'll save as, saved object as, and I'm gonna name it query delete zeros. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and close this query now. And so when I take a peek at this in the datasheet view, and we'll see that these are the rows that are going to be deleted, where months employed equals 0, and that's what I wanted, so I'm okay with that. We go back to the design view. Okay, and let's go ahead and run it. And we're going to delete 25 rows from the specified table, and that's what we want to do, so I'm going to click yes. And now let's take a peek at the all risk groups table, and we should see that down here our number of rows is now decreased to 400 because we got rid of those 25 observations where we had 0 months employed. And in fact, we could come here and sort this and we'll see that it starts with 1 instead of 0, which is what we expected to see. So that's good news. All right, let me just take a peek in the PowerPoint. Let's make sure that we've looked at everything we need to. Okay, so we did an update query. We want to stress that those queries cannot be undone. So it's a good idea to think about making a copy of your table. And we did a delete query. And we talked about switching to the datasheet view to see which rows are going to be deleted. So true or false action queries, such as an update query, can be undone. That is false. And when you double click on an action query in the navigation pane, it will take you to the design view. Okay, false. It will attempt to actually run the action query, although the good news is that action will ask you whether or not you really want to run it. Right click and open in the design view if you want to modify without rerunning the query.